Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing like a bit of a sum up of 2024, what went well for me, what didn't, and look at my writing goals for 2025. I'm recording this like on my laptop and I have my notes here, so that's why I'm not looking, because I'm trying to remember everything that's happened. It's been a really big year. Um, I don't entirely know what sort of happened. Like, it was going really well. And then, um, then come June, everything just came crashing down, um, which I can't get into a good position. I feel like I look like a thumb. Anyway, um, yeah, it was a really weird, like, big year for me. I've had 24 publications in all. Obviously, I had a Mrs. Liberius published this year, which was really exciting. I really want to publish more books in the future. I have two that are like could be published. I'm just trying to find homes for them. I had five pieces in anthologies. One of them is a recipe, but I'm still counting it as a publication. Um, and so that's what, 18 Lit Mag publications, which is really exciting. Some of my favourite ever pieces got published this year, which I'm so excited and so grateful for. I am going to do a video, like a sum up of all my publications and where they can be found and everything, because I'm really proud of them. One of them in particular got a Best of the Net nomination, which is so exciting. It's my first nomination. I was so grateful and like over the moon to realise about it. And that was the one that was published in, oh god, Genre Punk magazine, which was so incredibly kind of Audrey to put me forward. It was incredible. So the piece, it was actually my first piece that was published this year. Do Dreams Count as Liminal Space? Which is so exciting. I can't believe that happened. I was also part of a local writing collective that was invited as a reviewer to our local Fringe Festival. It was the first Fringe Festival in my area, so I got to see. I went to a comedy night, two plays, and like a walking tour, a comedic walking tour, which was so much fun. And I've got all those reviews and everything listed on my website as well. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that. I was like, what else have I done? I feel like I've done loads this year, but also not at the same time. I've been like a first reader for a few magazines, and that's going into next year as well for one of them, at least one of them, which I'm going to do a video on that at some point as well, because I feel like it's been a really great experience for me to understand about how lit mags work and the submissions process and the acceptance process. I've really enjoyed that. I had my first like author event in a way. We did an art exhibition at a place I used to work. And I was invited as part of that to go to that. So that was like my first author event. I sold out of all the books that I took, and like everyone who bought one wanted them signed, which was really exciting. I sold out. It was great. Um, Unfortunately, like I did lose that job. I was made redundant, and it closed, which was devastating because I loved that job for like a month. I had my perfect life. I was like publishing. I'd published my first book. I was doing all this stuff. I had a job that I really loved, and then it was closed. But you know, we carry on. Other great things have happened since. And I've also been interviewed for a previous publication, Troublemaker Firestarter, and I've done my first podcast about my writing with Booked, which is going live in January. So that's really exciting for me. I've had a lot of. I feel like my career has really grown. My writing career has really grown this year, and I'm really excited to see what will happen next year about it. So I did a video beginning of this year, end of last year, about my writing plans for 2024. Um, I want to say didn't really do any of them. I had the best of intentions, and I was doing really well. And then it got to June, and I lost my job, and my mental health took a really big toll, my physical health took a really big toll. And even though I've been redundant and I've like had time to work on stuff, my mental health has not been in a place where I could. Working in horror, in the horror genre particularly, I think can be quite difficult for that. I find that my mental health really does get affected by the media I consume and the media that I put out. So I did sort of try and take a bit of a step back. But, I'm getting there now. I'm really hoping that I will soon have another permanent job, which would be great. And I feel like once I've got that routine back, it will really help with my writing. But my first plan was to put less pressure on myself and to start enjoying hobbies again. And a lot of that was linked to my chronic illness and my mental health. And I feel like, unfortunately for me, that is a never-ending spiral. I get to a point where I do really enjoy it, and then I sort of like get really caught up in it. It's something that I'm working on. I feel like the second half of the year I have taken a step back due to mental health, and I feel like that's worked better for me. I have been working on hobbies. I really like to cook. I really like to be creative. I've got some like creative projects hanging around. I haven't really done them recently, but like I quite enjoy them. I just started to take up embroidery, but I'm not actually embroidering the way you're supposed to. I'm just kind of like stitching colourful things. And I've been cooking quite a lot, so I feel like I'm getting there with that. I feel like since June there's been less pressure because I've been so focused on other things in my life. So I don't know really if that's worked or not. Continue to query Europe, start killing now and submitting to Lit Mags, and hopefully get some more credits. That's happened. That's happened. I've had so many publications this year as I've published a book. That's really great. I am still querying the Eurovision book. I had a full request this year, which was really exciting. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get into what happened with Eurovision this year, but Eurovision this year was a mess, and I feel like that did really negatively affect how my book was perceived by agents around that time. I was told by more than one agent that they would stop querying it in the climate, the political climate surrounding Eurovision. This was all like May time. So I don't know. I really, really want to get that book out though, because I really believe in it. And I'm very tempted to look into self-publishing because the people who have read it absolutely love it. And they're like, this is good, this is so much fun, but I don't know if there's like a niche for it in traditional publishing. So I'm going to look at, I have been publishing, going to indie presses with it, but I'm going to give it a couple more months and then see how I feel with that. Finish a detailed history and start working on the duology. That one's on hiatus. I don't know why. I can't get to it. The project, I have all these ideas and it's like it's not working at the minute. I've been working on other projects. The same with The Dolphin and the Deity, which was another one. I've been working on other projects. I know I'm not very good. I'm sorry. Have a few smaller novelette projects to work on. Well, yeah, I've written 2 novellas this year. Well, I think the second one is probably closer to a novelette, but I've written 2 this year. One of them's been published, one of them I'm seeking publication for, which is exciting. Self-publish a horror anthology in September, October, and maybe do an audiobook with it. So a lot of those pieces that I was planning on using for that have been published elsewhere, and lots of rights issues, and to be honest, like it really got in my head. I got in my head about it. It was put on the back burner, and then I just kind of was like, I don't feel like doing that anymore. I would like to play around with doing audiobooks and doing like voiceovers of my pieces. I'm wondering whether I should do that next year, because why not? And I would eventually like to do like a collection of short stories. I have got a chapbook that I've written this year as well, which I've just put it out for feelers. I'm not expecting it to get published. It'd be lovely if it did. It was long listed by Jake, but Jake, the Lit Mag publication company, which was really exciting. But I don't really know if I'm expecting it to go anywhere. So I don't know. Maybe I'll work on something like that. I do have a load of ideas for like novellas, novelettes, sort of things, and I really like reading short fiction, and I also quite like writing short fiction as well. So maybe I'll sort of work more with novellas, novelettes rather than novels. I'm very much an underwriter rather than an overwriter, and I struggle with multiple plot points sometimes. So maybe I'm meant to write novellas. Who knows? So, lastly, my goals for 2025. I'm currently working, well, I have so many pieces that I really want to work on. I have many novella ideas that I really want to work on, and I think maybe I should focus more on short fiction. I mean, not short fiction, longer fiction, but in a short, like novellas, novelettes, that kind of thing works for me, I think. I enjoy writing them, I enjoy reading them. And I think there's a lot, people say a lot of stuff about novellas, but I think there's a lot of good for them. You want to just pick up a book and read in a day? A novella, great, yeah. Yeah, so I had this novella that I'm working on, very much based on the redundancy I went through earlier this year, and it was too raw to write at the time. And I really struggled, and it was making me more and more upset, more anxious. So I put it on the back burner, but I would like to finish that next year. I'm hoping that I can get settled into a permanent position soon, and that will really help with that. I've also been writing a lot of non-fiction lately, a lot of film analysis, and I've really enjoyed that. I really want to do more of that and write more reviews. So I'm thinking I'm going to do more on Letterboxd, because at the minute I just literally log. But I want to do more reviews, so I think I'm going to write more reviews on Letterboxd and do a bit more film analysis, non-fiction, because I really enjoy that. I've also been working on this vampire non-fiction film analysis book because I had an idea and I absolutely love it. I've had so much fun writing it. I'm only a few chapters in and it's only in draft 1, but I would really like to finish that and complete it next year as well. So my 2 big goals are Fjord, work in progress, and it's called Hidden Reflections, which is not my favourite title, but it's probably the best title I've ever come up with, to be fair. Write some more reviews, and I would like to do audio versions of more what I've written. I would like to do one for Mrs. Liberius as well, but we'll see. We'll see if I get to that. I find that I'm not great at reading out, so I've always read in my head. I was always awful when you would be at school and they'd be like, everyone read out. So, not great at that. I might start with some smaller pieces and work my way up. So, thank you so much for watching. This has been really nice. I've really enjoyed this. I need to get back to doing stuff like this. I just in such a intense depressive spiral that having to try and do multiple other things, it wasn't working for me. But I feel like I could come back to this. It'd be great. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you soon. We'll see how 2025 goes. And if I don't publish anything before this, have a great new year. Happy 2025. So thank you for watching. Bye.